Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It is Friday, the 15th of December, and I was scrolling through my newsfeed yesterday and I came across a rather peculiar story with regards to Meghan Markle. And if it wasn't quite so outlandish, it would be funny. Well, it is funny, so I'm going to talk about it because I think it's so obvious that it's a huge PR push from California that if she really believes this to be true, then she's far more deranged than I ever give her credit for. And if this article is true and that it has come from their side, i.e. the Sussex camp trying to push this particular narrative, then the world's gone bloody bonkers. Now, this was reported by the Mirror yesterday by a journalist called Lauren Gordon. Now, it says Meghan Markle wants part-time reunion with royals, but King Charles has one condition. Here we go, everybody. Meghan Markle is reportedly hoping for a part-time reunion with the royal family. The Duchess of Sussex is up for an idea of reconciliation amid financial woes she's currently facing with Prince Harry, sources have claimed. In turn, Meghan would like to spend 8 months a year living in California and the remainder renting an apartment at Kensington Palace. Now, remember that Princess Diana lived at Kensington Palace too. She had apartment 8 and 9. The article continues that she apparently believes the arrangement could potentially aid in repairing the strains on her marriage with Prince Harry, while also working as a strategic step in mending their relationship with King Charles, who has expressed a desire for the family to be reunited. But the source, wink wink nudge nudge, insisted that a potential reunion could only come under one condition. Meghan and Harry must avoid speaking negatively about the royal family in future, stating that this was a non-negotiable, the insider told Life and Style. Meghan and Harry have to agree not to speak ill of the royals again. That's a must, the source added. It would be an utter embarrassment if they were to be kicked out of the family for a second time. Firstly, they weren't kicked out of the family, they went of their own free will, irrelevant of whether Harry says that he was forced out. He wasn't, they made a choice. And secondly, to even think that this is even in the pipeline is absolutely preposterous. There is no way that they will be given a half-in, half-out role ever. It was ruled out and it will never be happening, in my honest opinion. Irrelevant of financial woes, Harry and Meghan will never be working royals again. Do you really think that Meghan will be able to face the British public? I'm going to get out my trusty sound effect again. This is becoming a regular appearance on my videos. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? I did that boo extra slow just to ram it home. And just one more time, a completely different one, shall we? I do love that sound effect. Let's get one thing straight. They were offered a place at Kensington Palace. They were offered apartment 1. This was, of course, when they were living at Nottingham Cottage, which is located in the grounds of Kensington Palace. But apparently that wasn't big enough for their growing family. So they were offered apartment 1, which would have been a good option. However, apartment 1 had an estimated cost of £4 million for renovations, and this would have meant that the couple would have had to have waited until winter 2020 before they could actually move in. And as a result of this, the Queen offered them Frogmore Cottage before the birth of Archie. Incidentally, I might add, apartment 1 boasts 21 bedrooms. That's right, apartment 1 in Kensington Palace, 21 bedrooms. At the time they were offered apartment 1 at Kensington Palace, it was actually the residence of the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, and it was also next door to where William and Catherine lived as well. But they poo-pooed that idea. They didn't want Kensington Palace, although word on the old grapevine is that there were so many parties at Knott's Cottage that their moving to Kensington Palace got vetoed, which is why people suggest that they got plonked in Frogmore Cottage. Before the renovation, Frogmore Cottage had 10 bedrooms. After the renovation for Harry and Meghan, it got changed to 5 bedrooms. Obviously, bedrooms were made bigger and bathrooms were added and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. You know, that 2.4 million renovations that Harry and Meghan had to pay back. But cough, cough, probably was paid for by Daddy. Sorry, Pa. I'd just like to ask the question, why on earth are journalists falling for this BS that's being peddled, that she's willing to come back to the royal fold after everything that's happened and they would be grateful to have her? Look, Archewell is diving into really dire straits. Their reports have come out and the donations are really drying up. Their popularity is absolutely tanking. They've just been called losers by the Hollywood Reporter, and I also might add Forbes, who did an article yesterday headed up Harry and Meghan brand bust from hyped up to biggest losers of 2023. Come on, if Forbes are calling you losers, you know that your popularity is tanking. Am I right or am I wrong? If this genuinely is in the pipeline, I actually fear for our monarchy. Because there's one glaringly obvious issue. Harry and Meghan can't be trusted. Their proven track record suggests that they can't be trusted because they just talk and talk and talk and talk. They have no filter when it comes to the privacy of what goes on in the royal family. They can't shut up. And the damage has already been done. Once trust is gone, it can never really go back to the way it was. And you really think they're going to be welcomed with open arms back into the royal family fold, working royal family fold, I should add, for a quarter of the year? No! Do you think William and Catherine are ever going to actually agree to that? I know ultimately it is the King's decision, but William has a say-so as Prince of Wales now. You really think that he's going to be happy with them being at Kensington Palace and being a part-time royal again? It's just never going to happen. This is just purely delusional thinking from the Californian hapless duo. It's actually quite embarrassing, to be perfectly honest. Do you think the British public would ever accept Harry and Meghan back as working royals? My own personal opinion, this is completely a PR puff piece, direct from the Sussex camp. Oh look, let's throw this out and see what the reaction would be. Absolutely zilch. Well, I know what the reaction would be. Let's try it again, shall we? I'm also confused about the wording of this article. What is a part-time reunion? Genuine question. Part-time reunion of what? Now, who's to say, their financials, we don't know what's going on. We don't actually know how much money they've got in the bank or how much money they're absolutely hemorrhaging at the moment. They could be in dire straits. Archewell certainly suggests that it's not what it was because their reports come out and, as I've said before, they've lost considerable donations and in fact, they pay more salaries than they do actually helping people. But are things that bad that they have to think, oh, should we go crawling back to our family cap in hand? It's never going to happen. Never in a million years. The only time anything like this could be at all plausible is when they divorce and Harry comes back cap in hand. He may well get an apartment at Kensington Palace, but I don't think Meghan will ever be given a grace and favour apartment. Seriously, after everything they've done, how could this even be plausible? Wasn't it only just a couple of months ago that the media were reporting that Meghan Markle will never step foot in the UK again? Yet now they're peddling that she wants a part-time reunion. Again, what is a part-time reunion? Is it their idea of getting around the, no, you can't be half in, half out? Oh, well, if we can't be half in, half out, how about a part-time reunion? Same thing, isn't it? So, let's dissect the words, shall we? Part-time, employed or occupying only part of the usual working day or week. Reunion, an instance of two or more people coming together again after a period of separation. No, still doesn't make sense. In my head, this is, as I've said, I actually believe that they're going to try this half in, half out again. If they are in dire straits, if they are rethinking their brand, because they've basically crapped all over the royal family and their popularity is sinking, this whole rebranding is not going to work. She's too hot to handle right now. Are they sitting down going, actually, I think we've made a big mistake these last 3 or 4 years? Do you realise that in January it's going to be 4 years since Megxit? How has time gone by so quickly? So Are they now looking back at the past 4 years going, I think we made a mistake. Should we go back half in, half out, but then rebrand it as a part-time reunion? This is directly from the Sussex camp. I'm pretty sure of it. That's my honest opinion. It's like she manifests these ideas and thinks, I'll put this idea out and let's see what happens if the universe is going to grant me this. But she's painted the royal family publicly as the devils themselves. Yet, why this? Why? I don't understand. And this goes against, it's like the polar opposite of what Harry is saying, that he was forced out. Well, if you were forced out, why on earth would you want to come back? And I actually have to seriously doubt on whether that would even be logical for the monarchy and the British public to even consider this. This is pure PR propaganda. It really, really is. Speaking of propaganda, no sign of the Christmas card yet. Nothing's dropped yet. Are they going to do one this year, or are they going to keep people guessing? If you don't know what I'm talking about, see my previous videos, see yesterday's video. I popped a link up in the right hand corner. But this is PR propaganda, pure and simple. It's to get her in the papers. And hey, look, it's worked, hasn't it? Because I'm talking about it and other people are talking about it on social media. It's a load of BS. Mark my words. If that happens, the monarchy is in serious danger. And I actually don't think Prince William would ever agree to it, because ultimately this is his legacy too. So I would love to know your thoughts on this. What is a part-time reunion? I'm dying to know. If anybody has the answer, please let me know in the comments. Do you think that this is directly from Camp Sussex and it's just, oh God, will this never end, this PR propaganda? Or do you think that, hey, yeah, they should return to the royal family and the royal family will welcome them with open arms? Couldn't get through that sentence. Sorry. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.